My name is Fred, and this is Chasing Clutch. I've always been a solid basketball player. I grew up playing, competing, and falling in love with the game. I can handle the ball, pass, run my lanes, defend, and read the game. But when it's time to shoot, I usually leave that to someone else. Well, Chasing Clutch is my journey to change that. To become a complete player who can do everything, including stepping up when it matters. This is me putting in the work, owning the moment, and chasing the ability to clutch games when it counts. It's been about 2-3 months since I last posted online. A lot of you have been asking, where's the posts? Where's the latest clutch videos? Where have you been, bro? The socials have been quiet. Who knew posting content regularly was a real grind? But yes, it took a toll on me in Feb, and after constantly posting for 7 months straight, I had to reset. I had to remember which journey really mattered, posting on social media or becoming a better baller. Chasing Clutch prevailed, and becoming a better shooter was the priority. Chasing Clutch is a year-long journey. Since June, July last year, the aim has been to show up to the King's Birthday Tournament as a better baller. Definitely better than the old me. Fitter, faster, stronger, and able to clutch shots because I can. It's May now, the end goal is in sight, and the excitement and energy for the tournament is starting to build. So what have I been doing these last few months? Well, I'm still running with the Rush Hour crew every Monday and Wednesday mornings. There's also been spontaneous gym sessions, a tennis tournament, being able to play at Pullman Arena with the Rush Hour crew, and even forming Team Clutch for this tournament has been a lot of work. But the most rewarding experience so far is easily running skill sessions with my boys. All that to say, I'm still chasing Clutch. King's Birthday weekend is just around the corner, and posting regularly is not for the weak.
Yeah. Yep. Sorry, guys. Up. My bad. Nice, Aura. Full spin move without dropping the ball. Doctor. We got three. I don't know.
Yeah, hey, 3-2, 3 in the chair. 3-2.
We got 4. I know I got 1. We got a 2-pointer. Oh, okay. Tate got the 4th one. Tate got the 4th one. Yeah. Screen, Kevin, screen. Yeah. Yours.
So, like I said, the most rewarding experience has been the skill session. How it happened was cool as well. I mean, it was definitely unplanned, but when it did happen, it just felt right. You see, since November last year, I've been dragging my boys to the rush hour runs with 3 times a week. We get up early and we go play basketball. It was bound to happen that they would start asking questions like, how do I drive? How do I post up? Where should I stand on offense? How do I get better at shooting? And at the same time, I noticed bad habits from them and things that needed correcting. So by February, it became clear. They needed dedicated time to work out. And the decision was very easy. Once a week, we will spend time on skills, going through basics like dribbling, shooting, and then expanding into more game-oriented skills like post work. We'll spend time focusing on specific things, then the next week we build on that last session. I'm very intentional on giving them a foundation, something that they can build on if they decide to go to higher levels of basketball.
Yeah. You're up on him. Yeah. We can't work this out if you keep choosing the other options. You are right to do that. In a game, it's whatever. But we really want to understand what this is about. That way you can add it to your bag. Go again. Yeah. In a game, I would have loved that because you made the basket. But for now, yeah.
I won't lie, it's been tough for me. It's been testing my discipline. There are days when I don't want to coach them. I'd rather be playing ball with the rush hour crew on Friday mornings. But having an entire gym to yourself is really cool too. The quiet is not as hard or lonely once you get there and get on the court, because then everything else vanishes and the time just flies by. Working out really is fun. I was lucky growing up. I had family and friends who were passionate ballers. They spent time developing me into the baller I am today. And this journey of chasing clutch reminded me that solo workouts are just as valuable as scrimmaging and group training. So I knew they needed time on their own. I don't know how long these sessions will last, and the boys still have things to work on. Yeah, I could step in and try fix it for them, but it's better if they figure it out for themselves. So I just give them foundation and they run with it however they do. Crazy part is the improvement has been real too. I've had comments from family and friends on how much their playing has improved. My oldest, DJ, is the most natural baller of the 3. He has the purest shooting form and a good feel for the game. So watching the skills work transform his confidence and self-belief, it's great to see. And my second born, Jason, he has the most potential. He is the better two-way player of the lot. Compared to the other 2, he actually has defense, and it will get better with time. His transition offense is a problem too for defenders, which will be harder once he develops his left-hand dribble and layups. And the nephew, Jermaine, being the youngest and tallest of the 3, he's already physically there. Like literally, he's the closest to the ring. It's an unfair advantage, and he's learning quickly how to use his height. What stands out the most for me is how quickly he can pick things up and apply it straight away. His sports mind is very sharp. So yeah, it's been awesome watching the 3 of them, and the most craziest improvement of all is their fitness. Seeing them having to wake up early, play basketball 3 times a week, that'll increase your fitness easily. I can see they're running longer, getting stronger, and playing better. And they deserve all the credit. It's their hard work and effort. I'm just enjoying every moment. It's not often you get a front row seat to watching your boys develop into men. As for my health, progress has been good. There are more days in the week when I am active than when I'm not. I've had little injuries here and there, but nothing that's kept me from playing basketball. Some days are good, some not so much. On the days that I do get to a fitness gym, I enjoy the alone time. There have been some great moments too, like a spontaneous gym session with my brother Ty. That was great. Going to the gym with someone who knows what they're doing and shares their knowledge and passion just makes me feel like I can do it too. I like that. And another spontaneous time, I got to go with my son Jason. I ended up running my first 5 kilometers with only one break between. I've never run that long before. Just felt like I could keep going. And when it was done, I took ages warming down because the gravity of what I had achieved hit me. It felt so good that I stayed in that energy so I could remember the feeling. I still haven't formalized a training plan yet, and I've been intentional not to overthink things because I can overthink so much that I end up talking myself out of exercising. Whether it's at a park, a gym, or a basketball run, whatever it is on the day, I just keep moving. Of course, the biggest part of chasing clutch that I've been working on is my shooting. I spend a lot of time on it. I feel like learning shooting mechanics has passed though. There's no more space in my head for new information on how to shoot. So now it's just down to putting in the reps. Doing it repeatedly helps my body, my arms, and my hands to rearrange muscle memory into a natural shooting form. One that's natural to me, but still grounded in shooting mechanics. What's really cool is that at some point in the last few months, I started to feel my shot more. Like everything I learned went from being theory to seeping in and becoming a part of me. So as soon as the ball leaves my hand, I already know what I did on that shot at a granular level. Like if I missed small things, my release or my balance, timing, or even what my offhand is doing. In the motion of shooting, I know if it's a miss or a make. So the shooting workouts are going great. Now transitioning that into games, that's something else. There is so much about game shooting that's out of your control, and 90% of it affects your mental state. I've learned with game shooting that my best shooting results are when I'm excited to play or when my mind is clear and I'm not affected by whatever is going on around me. So I'll keep working towards that. I'll keep working on game shooting because I know I'm getting closer to becoming a great shooter.
I'm going to 10. Not in a row, I'm just going for 10. Yeah, switches. Switches or Brad? Yeah. Swishes or Brad? Back. Shut up. Back of rim. Back of rim and down. Back of rim and down. Swishes or Brad? Ten. That was in, right? Hey, you're lying. I made that. Ah. Doesn't count. My terrible what? Someone must be walking home. My what? Terrible turnaround. All right, watch this. Come on.
Bounced them back.
Ah. So it doesn't count. Damn. Tired. Ah, my bad. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice. Nice, Ace. Yeah, Lou. I got inside. Strong side left. They stacked on the left. Oh. Yeah. That's why. Forward. Behind. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. That was nice, bro. Yeah. Shut up.
Now, what is this King's Birthday tournament that I keep talking about, and why is it the goal for Chasing Clutch? Well, it's the Seventh-day Adventist annual basketball tournament. Been around for a very long time. It started like the 70s or 80s, and I've been in this tournament since 96. 96? 30 years. Man, that's a long time. Realistically, I've only played in 24, maybe 25 tournaments. And in the last 3 years, my home church, Otara, has been gracious enough to let me field a team. It's very huge for a traditional Adventist church because teams are typically run and managed by the youth leadership of each church, not an individual. In my case, I'm an individual and my team is non-traditional. So I'm grateful to my home church for trusting that I represent them well, bringing Team Clutch to the men's championship grade. Home church has a long history in this tournament and I'm very happy to continue that legacy and wait for the next generation to take over. In saying that, putting a team together now is very hard. It was easier finding players back in the day because the team was run for us, and the guys I played with were always together at church. They're my family. But now they've moved on or are no longer playing. I'm kind of the last one here, and the youth now are either too young, too inexperienced, and weren't mentored into the game like I was. So yeah, finding players is tough. Finding them and getting commitment is very time consuming and a roller coaster of emotions. And I've not been great either this year. Mishandling comms with guys and causing confusion, making people feel less than, not good. So I had to fix my mistakes, clear up the confusion, and do right by people. And doing right by people also means doing right by me. That's why this tournament is the end goal of Chasing Clutch. I've had many moments across many years at this tournament where I was not clutch. I botched a play or missed a defensive read or caused a turnover that gave the other team the winning shot. But what that really boils down to was that I didn't put effort into my diet, my fitness, my skills, and my mindset. I always thought that going to church training and playing weekly leagues was enough to win. I was wrong. Anyway, the last 3 years of bringing Team Clutch to this tournament have been different. And this year alone, I'm already a better shooter than what I have been in the past. So yes, that's where I've been all this time, and the King's Birthday tournament is where I'm headed. Team Clutch is fielding strong ballers this year, and I know the other churches will be bringing strong teams as well. I'm excited to wrap up this journey of Chasing Clutch, and regardless of the results on that weekend, I'll be leaving the arena with my head held high, knowing that I am strong, I am fearless, and I am clutch. See you there.
Screen right, screen right. Mine. Body. On me, foul on me. Shot Zeb. You good. Let him through. Charles. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Very serious. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Clutch. Nice, nice. Sure.
That's chasing clutch. Some days the shots go in, some days they don't. Either way, I'm still putting in the work and the reps still add up. I'm not trying to be something I'm not. There's just a part of me that's missing. So I'm chasing the best version of me. If you've been waiting for permission to do the same, you don't need to. And if you haven't told yourself already, say it with me. I am strong, I am fearless, and I am clutch.